as spawning in the top left hand corner of Pylon, we have the blue Zerg player. We have the Colombian player representing himself, currently teamless. It is eGGz. Hello, huevito. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have the Peruvian Terran player, the red Terran representing eGGz Esports. It is Tavo. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamma time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat as we jump into our round of 16 match. Bearing in mind that Kelazar Diego is waiting for the winner of this very match, waiting for either a Terran or Zerg opponent. We're here to find out which one. And of course, it leads into Kelazar, it leads into a best of 5, because that will be a qualifying match. Oh boy, we're nearing that qualifying match spot. Almost there. Until then, we do have our hatch first, hatch gas pool, standard opener out of eGGz. Likewise, Tavo going for his own Rax expand as well. Now, when it comes to these two players here, eGGz, he doesn't really shake things up too much. I say that. In his heyday, eGGz, he was very diverse in his play. He could go for all-ins, he could play macro. That's what was scary about eGGz, is that he did have that variety to him, and he was damn good at all things Zerg when it comes to all-ins, when it comes to macro, when it comes to playing standard. So we'll see how he looks nowadays, because again, it's been a long time since I've casted eGGz. It's been a year? No shot. I need to double check. I'll double check, but it's we used to cast eGGz on a regular basis, very much a regular basis. But let's see, last time we casted eGGz was, oh right, HSL. True. We casted eGGz during the HSL. That was back in May, so not too long ago, in the Hispanic StarCraft League. Before that, we casted him in the Ursasaurus Cup, and before that, we casted him at the SC2 Safe House. That was in September of 2024. So it's been a little more sporadic. But again, it's great to see him here once again. Meanwhile, Davito, when it comes to his play, he also does like to mix it up. When I say mix it up, I mean he does enjoy bio, but he can mech it up as well. He can harness his inner Neo and see the code, see the matrix, and do nothing but mech. He has it in him. It's inside him. Whether or not he unleashes it, yet to be determined. Yeah, it's to be determined here. As Tavo does poke in, just dancing with the army. No major losses, no major trades. As it does check the third location. Does confirm the third base is being taken. Nothing crazy. Nothing yet. Just catching up. Sequel the qualifiers went until Sunday. Yeah, it's a lot of StarCraft. Full of noodles is happy, but also sleepy. I think that's also maybe adding to it, is that we did have a bunch of noodles, and that's also probably adding to the fatigue. But we'll power through. We got you. Behind this third CC for Starport, so economic follow-up here out of Tavo. Nothing crazy, nothing wild, just going for his economy. And likewise, eGGz is droning. eGGz still just droning, still just saturating. Still just building up. Banshee production is now underway for Tavo. Hellions breaking in. Takes out a tumor. Not bad. Does catch a tumor. Tavo does poke in. Behind this, working towards Stim. Stim is going to be on the way here for our Terran player. So no crazy mech follow-up here. Is continuing Hellion production. Does have a decent amount of them. But just looking to gain map control more than anything. No cloak, by the way. Yeah, no cloak. So just going into Stim. Into that 3-1-1 setup. Tavo rotating. eGGz going for a faster Baneling Nest. Very safe play here out of eGGz. Faster Nest into his lair, into delayed Evo chambers. This tells me that Banelings would be ready for something like a Hellbat push. We know, of course, there are no Hellbats, but eGGz just playing safe. being as safe as he can. Meanwhile, I see more Raxes on the way, getting to a 5-Rax setup. Now, something that has been very trendy in the metas of late, I'm sure you're fully aware, is 8-Raxes. 8-Raxes have been very trendy. Oh, Hazlings, they do catch the Hellion, they catch the Reaper. Nice catch here from eGGz. Likewise, Banshee's moving out. Queens look quite in position. Spores are delayed. Uh-oh. The Queens are racing over. Thankfully, there is no cloak, and eGGz, he will get here in time. He races over. He does react in time. eGGz are in position. Banshees do hit the mineral line, and eGGz is here. eGGz is red. Oh, even setting up a drop lord. Okay. Drop towards the main. Tavo moving out. Attempting to expand. As he moves out, eGGz is moving in. It is going to be a slow drop, so no overlord speed. It's going to take a little bit longer to get in. 3 more Raxes on the way. That's, I believe, 8. Yep, 8 Rax. Let's go. I mentioned earlier that, again, 8 Raxes have been very trendy in the meta. They've been very powerful, very difficult to deal with. And we'll see how eGGz can handle the situation. I mean, so far, so good. The drop can try to cripple the economy. Ideally, you do want to coincide this with some more aggression at another base. That's not quite happening. Regardless, Lings, they do slip in the main. They delay some of the production. They pick up some of the SCVs. You see Tavo race back into his main. At the same time, Lings, they will hit the 3rd. And once again, Tavo not quite in position. But the Hellions, they do react. They react, they respond. Boards being pulled. And Tavo should be able to hold on, but more Lings, they'll Baileys are rolling in. Oh my god. Yeah, he does roll into the middle line, and Tavo, he has a late reaction. He's trapped. Oh my god, massive connections. It does detonate. Does take down the mineral line, and Tavo, again, he was just pulled left and right. He had tanks in the main base, Marines in between the bases. Tavo, he was not in position. He was not ready. And before Tavo could embrace his 8 Rax, I mean, he can't really build up. He can't make use of it. He can't actually produce. Doesn't have the money for it. So Tavo, he has been crippled, and now he's got to send it. He has to send it across the map. Now, eGGz, he does have a decent amount of Ling Bane. Comes down to the control. Tavo, can he split well enough? Can he split? Can he react in time? Let's move forward. Does move in. Ling Bane looking to collapse in. At the same time, Lings, they do hit the mineral line. Bailing run by as well. Bailing's there, threading a dive. Tavo once again stuck on 2 bases. And Tavo, he needs to achieve some more damage here. Does push forward. He moves in. Moves back out. Oh, no. Yeah, Tavo panicking a little bit here. Kills his own tank. Now is not the time. Calm down, Papi. Calm down. As eGGz, he will surround. He will surround. He will clean this up. eGGz has plenty to work with. And Tavo is being overwhelmed. He's being overrun. Remember, he has no economy. He's down to 49 workers. He doesn't even have a saturated 3rd base. Again, he cannot maintain himself. The run-bys earlier were insane. I mentioned earlier that the drop ideally coincides with something, and it did. Remember, it was to drop into the main base at the same time, links into the 3rd, and the Bane bust as well. It all just snowballed out of control. It all got out of hand. Tavo is struggling. Now, there is still a chance to recover. Do we still have these Raxes? Yeah, the Raxes are still not quite done in the main. Not quite. Tavo, he does get into a mineral line. He does catch a couple of workers. Better damage. He gets 4 drones, gets a queen. Going for the base, but doesn't quite get it. Tavo force back. eGGz all over this. Likewise, Tavo pushing out towards the left-hand side. Does move out, going right down the left, going straight for the base. Tavo, he's actually built up a comparable army, which is solid, but he cannot sustain it. He lost his, oh my god. Base roll in. They don't quite connect. They do graze the army, but not good enough here. Tavo, nice target firing, very nice. He breaks through the main army, he breaks through the base. Expansion is going to be going down. We have Ling Hydra left over, only a handful of banelings. Tavo, he can trade well. He cannot trade. Now, bearing in mind that Tavo, he cannot afford these losses. So as the army gets smaller, like, it's gonna get much bigger here. We have a wave of reinforcements. At the same time, Lings, they hit the third base. Not much at home to defend. Yeah, not much at all. SCVs are going down. Again, Tavo is all in. This was a good start, but he has to keep going. He has to keep pushing. Lurkers are on the way. And Lurkers will shut this down. How many? Five Lurkers. Tavo, we gotta go. Ah, it's too late. The Lurkers have arrived. Bailey's gonna crash in. Do we have a scan? Does have a scan available. Kites back. He's gonna get one Lurker, but there's still 4 more Lurkers. There's still 4 left over. It's purely Marine tank. This is not built to deal with Lurkers. It's not built for it. Once again, they're getting within range. Does scan. He wants those Lurkers. He should be able to get at least 2 more. Oh my god. Has the guy back. Yeah, Kai's back, leads coming from behind. And looks like Tavo, he will stand his ground. But there's still 1 more Lurker. Still on a mass. There was 1 more. Barely does get it. Nice snipe. Takes down the final Lurker. There's 3 more Lurkers on the way. Tavo, he's close to breaking eggs here and now. He's so close. He has to keep going. He has to keep rallying. He needs everything. He needs the army. No. He needs the army. It's too late. Lurkers ain't morph in. There's 3 Lurkers left. You can see how close the supplies are. Tavo working his way through all the creep, but he needs that scan for the Lurkers. Bailing's morphing in as well. Tavo, he is deep on creep here. Egg's getting ready for a surround. Oh my god, he's crazy. Stims in. Ooh. Dust in forward. Oh god, oh god, he cannot run in like that. Not like that. Vipers have arrived, getting ready for abductions. Tavo, yo, we're dropping. Oh, he does load up, diving into the main base. Ah, we just had the power bombs though. 1 full medevac goes down. Oh god. There's just so much damage here. Another medevac goes down. Ah, Tavo. Again, he did well for himself, but he's gonna be cleaned up completely. And the tanks go down the bio as well. That's all he had left. GG gets called, and Eggs, he will take game number 1. Whew. Oh my god. Whew. GG. Eggs, he does take a lead in the series. That was a very intense game. To be honest, if Eggs didn't cripple the economy of Tavo early on, I think Tavo just wins. Like, Tavo, I'm impressed by just how much of a force he was able to muster despite the early damage, despite how much he was slowed down. He still built up, he still pushed, he still made it close, he still took some better fights, still took some better trades. Again, in the end, he ran out of steam because he just couldn't replace the army he was losing. But yeah, it did make it quite close towards the end. GG. GG, well played. With that, Eggs does take lead in the series. Now we're getting ready for game number 2. Let's go. Getting ready for game 2. Meanwhile, we have some other updates coming in. Looks like Inexorable versus Mute is now beginning. They're getting into game 1. I'm sure Cosmos is covering that series. Este Cosmos. I'm sure he's going to be all over that. Likewise, I believe we have some other updates as well. Stray is already in a qualifying match, so Stray, he's waiting for the winner of Mute and Inexorable. Meanwhile, the center matches are still ongoing. And Zayo up against Foxer. in a qualifying match. Best of luck. And of course, Diego is still waiting for our series as well. Still waiting. We're almost there. As, oh my god, game 2 is going to be on torches. I almost forgot. I believe it's game 2 torches and game 3 ley lines. How did this map make it through the vetoes? That's crazy. That's insane. All right, let's go. Torches, one of the most vetoed maps in the map. Well, typically one of the most vetoed maps. But no, here we are going to be embracing torches instead. Let's go. We'll embrace it. As we are going to be loading in. Hopefully everything's okay. There we go. Beautiful. As we're getting into game 2 and spawning in the bottom right hand corner of torches, we have the Colombian Zerg player, the Blue Zerg, leading the series 1-0. It is eGGz. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the red Terran player representing ZvT Esports from Lena Peru. Down in the series, we'll see if he mounts back El Peruano himself. It is Tavo. Here we go. Scrambled by eGGz. Let's go. Crazy so many Vipers around to try to go for Doom drops. Yeah, he's crazy. Está loco, man. Está loco. Let's go. When you're all in like that, when everything is falling, just burning around you in terms of your economy, sometimes you gotta make a rash decision. Sometimes you gotta commit. Gotta go for the Hail Mary play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Gotta go for it, man. Send it. Here we go. For now, we do have our standard opener. It's going to be a Rax expand out of Tavo. Meanwhile, eGGz going hatch, gas pool, and welcome one and all to torches. Again, torches being one of the most vetoed maps in the map pool is a very quirky map as well. Short rush distance by air, likewise short rush distance by ground as well. Doesn't take long at all to go from one end to the other end of the map. The natural is relatively secure in a sense. There is a ramp coming into the natural, but it's a very wide ramp. It's very wide, so even then it can be difficult to actually wall up, wall off, and to deny any kind of aggression from your opponent. Likewise, we also have the triangular third base. You can mine through these minerals and gain access to the center of the map. We have seen many a Terran player actually take this base, expand triangularly, and then go for the gold as a fourth base and A-Rax behind it. A-Rax it with the gold, and it is just such an intense and such an insane push that you can go for, especially if you wall off the area at your natural. So you can just focus all your attention on the main lane, the main flanking army, or the main attack path, I should say. So we'll see how well versed Tavo is on this map, whether he does try to expand towards his opponent, whether he does try to take the gold. Likewise, we also have a healing pad. The healing pad, unlike on Persephone, is open to all shapes, all sizes. Persephone is limited to ground units, but here on Torches, not limited at all. You can heal up anything, including air units as well. So there's a healing pad. There's also another gold base here on the left hand side, which does at times come into play. Oh, Elizao's future. Is that accurate? Oh, there you go. Hold on, I'll double check. Is that future? I haven't seen him in game. I don't know if that's the case. I don't have anything saying that it's future, but I'll check out a game to see if, like, if future's in game. If he's in game, then that could be him. Otherwise, I don't know why we'd be insinuating that. Now though, Helium Reaper going to be zoned away. It is going to be a 3cc. No, yeah, 3cc before Starport. Economic opener here by Tavo. It's going to be an economic opener. From here, getting into Banshees, getting into Stim. So far, this is the same build that we went for in the previous game. So far, so good. So far, we're building up. And it is the same setup here. So double eBays, we have a 5-rack setup behind this as well. I would imagine, especially if we do see Tavo, I mean, based on his expansion pattern here, it looks like he will take that triangle third. It is going to be more secure, and I would say it's going to be more difficult for eGGz to try to pull apart the attention of Tavo. Oh boy, again, this map is known and does favor 8-racks, and I do feel like it's going to be even more powerful on this map from the side of Tavo. We'll see how eGGz will handle himself. We'll see how he responds. So far, it's going to be, once again, Bailey Nest into a lair, into delayed upgrades, delayed double evo chamber. Honestly, this is almost a mirror of game 1 when it comes to the builds. Tavo's going for the same build, and so is eGGz. But a lot of this will come down to the mid-game. eGGz, if you recall, he was able to pop off with that link drop. Overlord does scouts. Does get eyes on the 5-rack setup. Third base not being taken. eGGz, he has opened up the right-hand side of the map. Banshees, they hit the 4th. eGGz double expanding. And what's terrifying here is that we have a direct path right into the natural. Now, he doesn't have to waste his time with the 3rd or with the 4th base. I say direct path into natural, direct path into the main. Oh boy. Oh, as the first Banshee does go down, massive pickoff. Get the Banshee. The other Banshee does stick around a little bit too long. Has to blow away. So far, it does pull away. Do you have eGGz just building up his own Link Bane, cutting workers here at 76, a solid drone count. But it all comes down to the aggression of Tavo. Behind this, he's still only on 5 racks though. Yeah, only on a 5-rack setup. Now working towards the armory and +2. Again, I would like to see him commit here into an 8-racks, but I don't know if he will. Gases. Yeah, never mind. Sorry, I didn't know it's taking his gases. Gases signifies second factory. Second factory is on the way. 4th CC as well. Tavo, he is not going for the 8-racks. He's not going for the all-in. He's playing out a longer standard game. Which means eGGz is free to drone. And he does. There you go. eGGz, he's free to drone, free to saturate. He's building up a Link Bane Hydra. I do think there was an opportunity there, especially on this map. But Tavo taking a slower approach instead. And his goal is to secure the gold. Rolling in. As eGGz will knock down the front door. Yeah, bust down that front door, bust into the mineral line. Tavo out of position. And SCVs, they will be saved. Nice reaction. Bailey connects. But that we should hold at the same time. Oh, Bailey's gonna crash into the main army, getting himself with the tanks. 1, 2, 3 tanks going down. Yeah, barely all 3. Tank count is reset, and Tavo, he is hurting here. The problem is that eGGz can afford these losses. eGGz is on 85 drones. He can build up, rebuild, remax, set up again. Tavo's punish here can hit quite hard though, assuming that Tavo just keeps going. Oh, Bailey's rolling in. Brutal connections. Tavo, he's not stopping. Takes down those Zerglings. Zerglings pushing up to creep. We have a lurker there behind this. eGGz's wing conditioners again to lurkers again. He's almost there. Link Rama gets denied. Tavo is in position. He pulls back with the main army. He does not go for the gold. Uh-oh. Doesn't go for the gold base. Pulls back instead. And we'll see what eGGz can get done. As he's setting up. That's a lot of Ling Bane waiting for him. Tavo stimming on forward as he stims in. eGGz ready for his run by. Oof. These are mine connections though. Oh my god. Yeah, the mine shots are brutal. Bailey run by comes in, but this time Tavo, he's ready for it. Yeah, this time he's ready. This time he's in position. And he breaks the expansion. Tavo trading well. But the lurkers have arrived. Now he's aware. From here he can start taking up into ghosts. Getting his planetary up and running. And again, eGGz, he may have lost the base, but he did get away with lurker tech. The hive is done. Lurker upgrades are on the way. eGGz running up to 88. He has a booming economy. He can also go for the gold on the left hand side as well. But he needs to get more done. Oh, Bailey's to crash in. Decent trades. Does not get into the mineral line. Tavo holds. Tavo, he holds back at home. Tavo, he's maxed out. Ay, ay, ay. He's maxed out, but he is stuck with a bio army with mainly marine. Can he break through these lurkers? eGGz trading very efficiently. Marines, they can't quite engage. At the same time, massive Ling run by. Catches reinforcements, busts into the natural. eGGz forcing back Tavo. Tavo, he races back home. He races all the way back. Lings, they get to the mineral lines. 16 SCVs going down. That's a lot of damage. Likewise, Tavo moving out. Does break out here. Liberation has arrived. That's the answer to those lurkers. Yo, who needs ghosts when you have liberation back? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, there's no academy. And Tavo, he's breaking through. Breaks through the bases. eGGz getting ready for another massive run by. This time with lurkers. Vipers moving in. They go for the abductions. They do catch out the liberators. I want to believe they do, but alas, they do get away. And Liberation setting up. One liberator goes down. Gets one. eGGz, he kind of committed to this. He's trying to. But the losses are brutal. The trades are insane. Lurkers are still holding their ground. But the tanks, they're moving in. Another tank does go down. The Liberators have arrived. And he breaks through. He breaks through every single lurker. Tavo, he has done it. At the same time, we have a massive counterattack going for the base raid. eGGz, he busts into the main. Tavo, is he turning around? We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going, Papi. Production's under fire. Tavo having a hard time here deciding. A little bit of indecision. Does catch the mineral line. He's going for the third. Personally, I would love to go for the main, right? Go for the tech, go for the throat. But instead, Tavo, he pulls away. Very nice mind connections. Mines on the Zerglings. Tavo, he has control of that choke point. Stimming in, gets another mineral line. Meanwhile, the Great Migration. Tavo, he abandons the main. Gets a mineral line. So it's 18 drones going down. Still has to take down bottom left. Still has to take down center right. Still has to keep going. All the widow mines. So the armies are facing off. Tavo supply blocked. Ooh, that's a brutal supply block. Tavo, he has 2,000 minerals. He can't spend his money. He can't spend it. There's the abduction. Oh my god. Gets one. Abduction tank gets one, gets two tanks. The Vipers are so efficient. And Tavo, he's still supply blocked just now. No, still supply blocked. He still can't make any units. Like Tavo, he has a bank, but he can't spend his money. He needs more depots. No shot. And it looks like eGGz, he may have just done it. Tavo, he just can't spend his money. Not like this. Now Ecanis is losing units. Meanwhile, eGGz has control of the high ground. SCVs are going down. And again, the production here has been heavily delayed. Tavo, he just could not spend his money. I mean, if he could, he may have just won this game. Think of the wave of reinforcements. Think of the pressure. Likewise, remember, Tavo, he opted not to go for the natural, not to go for the main base. The tech was left untouched. Now he's racing back home. Rough decision to be made. And again, we could have seen an ace match. We could have seen the game 3. It was close. But last, it looks like eGGz has done it. As Tavo races back, there's the scan. Another scan on the left hand side. Getting another lurker. But there's still so many more lurkers here. eGGz, he's on 4 bases. eGGz has an economy. Abduction coming in. Gets a tank. Powerbomb on the medevacs. And again, eGGz, he has done it at this point. GG gets called, and eGGz, he will take the series 2-0, taking down Tavo and advancing on to a qualifying match. GG. Whew. GG, well played. Congratulations to eGGz as was claiming the series. A shout out to Tavo. Again, I can see a world where Tavo could have forced the ace match, both game 1 and even game 2. We had some very clutch moments, very intense moments here. Again, eGGz, he forced the base trade out of Tavo. If it wouldn't be for that attempted base trade or that forced base trade, then honestly, Tavo most likely would have forced the ace match then and there. Like, he had a booming army, he had a terrifying force to work with, but alas, he did run out of steam. He was forced back home. He was heavily supplied, but he couldn't spend his money. GG. GG, well played. With that, eGGz will claim the series, and that means that we are getting ready for our next matchup. We're getting ready for a qualifying match. Let's go. Exclamation mark B in the chat if you guys want to have a look at the back yourselves.